Alright, hello everybody. Today's, I think, gonna be our shortest, maybe our shortest, chill flight so far. Um, Hartford, Connecticut, and we are gonna depart from where we should have landed Tuesday. And that's at Hartford, not Hartford Branner. That's not the one we want. I want Hartford. Of course, now I can't find it. And with the cloud layer, it's not easy to find. So we went to HFD was where we went to, but that's not where we were supposed to go. Bradley International. So Kilo Bravo Delta Lima is where we were supposed to have gone the other day. So we're gonna depart from here. One offer. It's a 2020 airport. Not really that interested, and I don't have credits anyway. Okay, depart now. Um, Now I need to find where we're gonna go here. Why are city names not coming up? When I need a city name to show up, it's not going to, is it? But we're going to Dover, Delaware, and okay, so we got the air park, and we have the Air Force Base. There was supposed to be 3 airports in Dover, according to Wikipedia, but that doesn't mean they're in the game. Okay, so it looks like the air park is an asphalt runway, but can a 707 land here? You know, we'll find out. That's all I can say. We'll find out. So, without changing my flight plan, that is a straight 53-minute flight. But I am going to change stuff. Okay, let me check my plane. I had an issue yesterday where I kept getting called Pam Am in career mode because I had the call sign, but I was thinking of going to the Air Force Base, and we were going to use the F-16 for two or three flights, but no. So get rid of that call sign. Actually, our flight number could also be our tail number. So what's our flight number? Where we 2833. Okay. Call sign Pan Am. And our flight number is 2833. Okay. Alright. Now that that's taken care of. Just double check stuff here. We want live weather. I don't know how that got set to preset. Live weather. I don't know why this isn't clicked to live right now. There we go. I don't know why it wasn't on live. Anyway, we want the EFB. IFR. I'm not messing with that. I'm not messing with the flight number because it always ends up irritating the hell out of me. Alright. God, it's such a pain in the ass to get this right where you want it. Okay. Find route. Now, this was probably gonna go to about an hour and 40-minute flight. Alright. Because that's what it looked like the other day. Auto. What's wrong with my cruise altitude? 420. That's our ceiling here, so I would start from a gate, but you know, every time I've done starting from a gate, we end up having problems with startup. So okay, now what is our flight time? An hour and 43 minutes. So an hour 44 minutes flight. Yeah, I think this is our shortest flight so far. Alright, let's get going. And let's hope that the screens come on. Lovely weather. The Northeast has been having lovely weather the last few days.
Bradley Tower, Pan Am 28 Tree at runway 24 ready for departure. IFR to Tree November.
Pan Am 28 Tree. Altimeter 298 Tree. Cleared for takeoff runway 24.
So, we might actually be too big for the...
Cleared for takeoff runway 24. Pan Am 28 Tree.
For our destination. But I won't be able to divert in midair, so... Or at least I don't know how to. Alright. We want... Turn that on, and... There. Go, 6371. I don't really want them. I want the flight plan on the screen. Are we doing VLOC or GPS? I don't know. It was already set to VLOC, so how do I know if the brakes are set or released? Alright, flaps are set. I guess the only way to know to power up, right? Alright, now we release the brake. Right, positive rate of climb, wheels up. AI has control.
.127.65. Pan Am 2, 8 tree.
Well, welcome in to any
Boston Center.
viewers.
Pan Am 2, 8 tree is
If you
passing
want
900
to
feet,
join my
climbing flight level
Discord,
420.
you can find me at MaddieLynn_62552. I'm also on YouTube at MaddieLynn. And my links are on my Twitch channel, and we'll send you to the correct place. Now, if you're watching this on YouTube,
Boston Center.
my
Pan
Discord
Am 2,
link
8
is
tree would like to change
not
destination to Tree November.
doesn't work right.
Pan Am 2 tree is cleared to Tree November Airport is filed. Squawk 6 Tree 71.
And it looks like we are flying
Pan
our
Am 2,
flight
8 tree
path
cleared to Tree
so far.
November Airport is filed. Squawk 6
Maybe.
Tree 71.
Pan Am 2 tree, read back correct. Radar contact 2,500 feet. Altimeter 298 tree, continue to Hotel Foxtrot, Delta, following heading 170. Proceed on course.
Continue to Hotel
And
Foxtrot,
we are
Delta,
through the clouds.
following heading 170. Proceed on course. Pan Am 2, 8 tree. Boston Center. Pan Am 2, 8 tree would like to change destination to Tree November.
Radar contact
Looks like we're gonna have some
4,400
problems
feet.
again.
Altimeter 298 tree, continue to Hotel Foxtrot, Delta following heading 175. Resume on navigation.
Maybe we're turning back now to our flight path. I think I need to start deleting the
Continue to Hotel Foxtrot,
first
Delta,
waypoint.
following heading 175. Resume on navigation. Pan Am 2, 8 tree.
Are we not on IFR? What the hell just happened? No, we're on IFR, right? I thought the IFR got canceled. And yeah, I didn't even mess with the lights.
Pan Am 2 tree, contact Boston Center on 124.85. Good day.
Alright, so our first
Going to
waypoint
124.85. Pan Am 2, 8 tree.
is 11 miles.
Boston Center.
Then
Pan Am 2, 8
Thumbs,
tree is passing 8,800
Yoder,
feet, climbing flight level 420.
CCC, Saline.
Pan Am 2 tree, Boston Center. Altimeter 298 tree, radar contact. Continue to Hotel Foxtrot, Delta.
Wow. I really need to get things set up better on here. I really do. Will any of my friends pop in is always my question. And the answer? Probably not. Because probably most everybody else is working. And those that don't work, forget to come and check out the stuff, I think. But whatever. I really should just not open up the chat at all. That was my whole goal, was to just do this without using the chat, just to record my game footage and then export it to YouTube. I mean, but then the iPad becomes kind of redundant that I have it. Well, alright, okay, so I looked it up because we're coming up on our Georgia to Hawaii trip, and well, in career mode, the only airliner we could use was the 737 MAX. So there is non-stop IRL flights from Atlanta to Honolulu via Delta Airlines. They don't, I don't know what aircraft they use, but the flight is 6 hours. Makes sense. Okay, because Honolulu is 6 hours behind the east coast of the U.S. time zone. So, it's roughly, probably a little more than a 6 hour flight. So, it's roughly an, one time zone per hour, which is a pretty quick flight for non-stop. However, I don't feel like doing a 6 hour flight. But before we get to, before I even consider jumping on and doing that one, I will look at my aircraft options. We might be doing Dark Star for the first time on a stream, just because it might cut it down to a 3 hour flight, which is more doable. But I don't know. And we got some, no, we don't have, it looks like some breakage in the cloud, but no. And I don't know what is going on IRL. The northeast is just total cloud cover the last few days. So, my times have been varied this week. I'm not gung-ho on getting on at 8 a.m. It is my goal to try to, but, I had, IRL this morning. I had to get up, I got up, got a shower, ate breakfast. I wasn't already up like the other two. Earlier in the week, I was getting awake at 4 a.m. and I'd jump on. I did some career mode stuff off stream, and then I got on here around a little after 8 after I ate breakfast. But I never ate breakfast, but lately I'm getting up early enough, and there's after 2 hours have passed that I've been awake, then I'm like, alright, now get me something to eat. But, so, I'm trying to think, what is our shortest flight gonna be? Tallahassee to Atlanta is gonna be probably shorter than this flight. The question here is, can we land at November Tree, the Dover Air Park? I thought Dover Air Park was going to be like grass or gravel strip, something like that, field strip, and then we would have went to the Air Force Base. And because the Air Force Base has the longer runway. And if we did that, I would have used the F-16. And then we would have took the F-16 from Dover Air Force Base. I would have took it down to Tallahassee, but that's not what we're doing. I could have changed things up, but I like the 707. I've learned what switches to turn to maneuver, basically, that really don't affect the AI pilot from screwing it up. And this is actually the second flight, chill flight on 24. So 2020 might be done with. Might be. Now that the EFB, I understand the EFB a lot more than I used to. It seems to be working okay. I think 2020 is out the door. But there are, I like the feature of the 20, on 2020 again. I like the co-pilot feature where we don't have the toolbar at the top, and I don't have what's on the screen right now. We just, that's kind of cluttering the view in a way. And where are we? I can't zoom out. This is the only part that, there we go, the only part that kind of irritates me sometimes. Alright. Okay. And then you get this weird thing to where the cursor's kind of weird. We're not hearing much from the radio, are we? Are we on the right frequency? We are squawking 6371, but it's awfully quiet. I mean, I guess that's a good thing in a way, right? Uh-oh. I'm always losing this cursor, because I can't change the color of it.
Pan Am 2833, contact Boston Center on 124.525. Good day.
Looks like we're slightly fishtailing. Slightly.
124.525. Pan Am 2, 833. Boston Center, Pan Am 2 833 is at flight level 270, climbing flight level 420.
Pan Am 2 833, Boston Center, radar contact, continue to Charlie, Charlie, Charlie.
Charlie, Charlie, Charlie. Charlie. Like, are we going through? I think we're going through Long Island. Which means we're not going in the New York... I mean, we will be going in the New York airspace. Yeah, I don't know why the zoom in and zoom out feature doesn't work all the time. What is up with the triggers? Because it's supposed to be light, left trigger and right trigger, but they don't always work to zoom in and out, and there's no way to actually... I don't think there's, under settings, I don't think there's a way to check your configuration for EFB control. Just like the radar map up on our screen in the left corner, I can't change its orientation. This is the first time I've noticed some fishtailing. with a 707. Usually we don't fish tail. At least it's not as bad as what we sometimes got with the Max. When I've done stuff with the Max. Alright. We are on our way to Triple C, and then we're on Saline. A lot of these are close together, which makes kind of sense. We aren't going that far. And we're over water. Okay. Wait, what's off our left wing? Oh, Long Island. Well, Long Island's off to our left. What the heck is up there? What is out there? There's little white lines out in the distance. Is it? Well, it's thin clouds up there. Oh. Wow, that seems new. Well, let's just say the seatbelt sign definitely should be on, right? Is it? I didn't even check this stuff. Seatbelt signs are on, yeah. What happened to my cursor? Ooh. Huh. Well, okay. So, we should be changing over, shouldn't we? Oh, there we go. Now I got it back. Really? Why must you be a pain in the end? I really hate. They need to fix this to work better. I mean, I'm talking about the cursor needs to be fixed to work better. Alright. Well, we are at CCCC. Charlie, Charlie, Charlie. As we are coming through Long Island. Alright, so we have Kilo Foxtrot Oscar Kilo off our right wing a little bit of ways. That might have been Republic for all I know. I know I've flown out of Republic a few times. Are we going? Yeah, we're going feet wet for a bit too again. I don't know why it won't let me zoom out or in. Erg.
Pan Am 2 8 tree, contact Boston Center on 1 tree, 2 decimal
Boston
tree.
Center
Good day.
still, huh?
1 tree, 2 decimal tree.
Wonder why we're
Pan
not
Am
going
2
under,
8 tree.
why we're not switching to New York.
Boston Center, Pan Am 2 8 tree is passing flight level tree 25, climbing flight level 420.
Pan Am 2 8 tree, Boston Center, radar contact, continue to SLN.
Yeah, we're gonna take a little bit longer because we're fishtailing today. So that thudding noise is the trim wheel, which is going crazy. And there's our scorched underbelly. Alright. And Kiss. Wait, it's right there. I don't know. I'm reading up other airports that I see. Just well, there's our blue squares below us. Really far below us. Okay, so there's Long Island, MacArthur. That must be an airport. Alright, and we got a plane ahead of us on the same glide path, the sailing. Or nav path. Before we... So we're over the water for quite a bit before we come back in. That's a different plan than what I saw the other day when I did this. It sent us pretty much all the way over to the west side of Pennsylvania. I'm thinking to take one of the territories, and put it within the schedule of states. But I'm not sure if I want to do that or not. And that would be Puerto Rico, because Puerto Rico should be a state by now. I don't know why it isn't. Well, yeah, why isn't it is the bigger question, right? The same thing with why Washington, D.C. can't get statehood. But apparently someone thinks 50 is the perfect number and they never want to increase it or decrease it. But no telling, right? If we go have another civil war, we're gonna have a succession crisis again, aren't we? People will leave, Or states will leave. Again, I don't know if that's possible for that to happen again.
Pan Am 2833, contact New York Center on 121.125.
Now we go to New York Center. Okay.
121.125. Pan Am 2
After we
Tree.
pass over the,
New York Center, Pan Am 2 Tree is at flight level tree 55, climbing flight level 420.
Are we still climbing?
Tree, New York Center,
Yeah.
radar contact, continue to heady.
Did you say heady? Heady, huh? But we haven't even hit sailing yet. And this is when you can tell we're rocking, because look at the sun just moving. Again, I don't know why we're... Well, okay, I tried to take control. I gave it back to AI. Did it smooth it out, or are we gonna still bob? We're still gonna rock. I don't know what is up with the... Why it does this in 24 a lot. It doesn't happen in 2020. Let's just say, if you get motion sick, don't watch my flights. This is what would cause air sickness for sure. Oh. So we really, yeah, on yesterday's career part 13, I had to do 5 flights. I did 5 flights, but only 3 of them counted, and only 1 actually led to any stat increase towards unlocking another specialization. We are at level 40, so I need 5 more levels to get another thing ticked off the box, I think, for medium cargo. But I didn't get anything, any passenger stuff with, I think passenger with an A was all I managed to get. I'm so focused, I've been so focused on just picking flights with the little red dot on them to get that bonus, and maybe I should just do stuff in live time and forgo bonuses unless it's already there. So, like I said, Puerto Rico, there's only one state with a P, isn't there? It was, Pennsylvania?
Pan Am 28.
I'm saying that questioning because for some reason I don't remember.
118.975 for Pan Am 2 Tree.
What, they didn't even say what they were gonna say. For a minute there, I thought I actually cut them off.
Is at flight level tree 65, climbing flight level 420.
Pan Am 28 Tree, New York Center, radar contact, continue to heady.
Shouldn't we be... Okay, so we're gonna make a slight left turn when we hit heading. Where's the coast? Right there, okay. How far do we have to heading? 12 miles to still. Right? Yeah, 12. Oh, excuse me, hiccup there, God. What was I talking about, though? See, I'm ADHD in the brain. Forgot what I was talking about, because then ATC cut in, and No one's here to tell me what I was talking about in chat. Oh, yeah, I was questioning that because I was trying to go through the list in my head, but I think Pennsylvania is the only state with P. So, from Philadelphia to whatever the capital in Puerto Rico, that we'll do that. Guam and the Samoa Islands and the Virgin Islands are nowhere close to statehood. So, whereas Puerto Rico's been on the cusp of it. Same thing with Washington, D.C. But Washington, D.C. has a weird thing of where they don't want the Congress and Senates to be able to vote that while they are in office, while they reside in D.C., because they have to use the home address of their state that they're representing. So, like, they might have to do something in D.C. to where, you know, the Capitol to the White House, you know, a certain section, like the federal district, if you want to call it, that there's got to be a select areas of D.C. where there's no residents, but people might live in that area because they're part of the Senate or Congress. And they can't vote because they're not legally citizens of D.C. But, so, yeah, because D.C. has its own mayor and all that. So D.C. citizens vote on stuff, but they can't vote on federal issues. They can't vote for president. So if you live in Washington, D.C., you can't vote for president. Which is
contact New York
weird,
Center on
in a way.
128 decimal tree. Good day.
128 decimal tree. Pan Am 2 8 tree tree. New York Center. Pan Am 2 8 tree tree is at flight level tree 80 climbing flight level 420.
Pan Am 2 8 tree tree. New York Center, radar contact continue to YAZUU.
YAZZU? YZU? $30 miles. You know, there for a while we weren't fishtailing. For like 30 seconds. Maybe when we get to 42 it'll level off. I said an hour and 40 minutes, right? And we're like... I've been streaming now for 45 minutes. So this might actually be shorter than it said. But, ooh. However, I don't know where we're at. So I don't remember seeing us take our slight right turn at all. What's over here inland? What's this airspace? Philly. Okay. I'm assuming that's Philly. KPHI. What's this airport? We gotta basically fly. We gotta fly right across Casey. We will be changing over to DC up. That I knew it eventually was gonna screw up, and I couldn't do anything else. I'm like, I knew eventually I wasn't gonna be able to keep scrolling. So we're just doing. We're just gonna avoid. We're gonna avoid Jersey and fly around it. Jersey. My dad and his sisters, all that, they were, and his mother, my grandma, they were all, born in New Jersey. I have an aunt that's lived in Virginia Beach for like 40 years, and she still has a Jersey accent. So she spent about probably 90% of her life in Virginia Beach, Virginia, and yet she has the Jersey accent still. Especially when she says coffee. I don't even know how to say that to come across the way that it sounds when I hear it. I could say it, but it's not going to come across out loud saying it. So, if you're from Jersey, then you know how coffee gets said. I don't know if we're gonna actually hit 42,000. Usually we don't, and they're always telling us to expedite our climb. But we still got 2,000 to go. I mean, we're still bobbing like this, and it could be a lot worse.
Tree, contact Washington Center on 124.775.
Alright, there we go.
Good day.
It's expecting us to that. So this is our last
124.775. Pan Am 2, 8 tree.
Are we making a left turn?
Washington Center.
Yep.
Pan Am 2, 8 tree is passing flight level tree. Niner Fife climbing flight level 420.
Alright, we're about to go feet dry here in a bit.
Pan Am 28 tree. Washington Center, radar contact. Continue to YZUU.
You're telling me to continue to YACCU, and that's what we're turning on to. Then we're still climbing. I thought we would have like flatlined right there. Watch, we're gonna get to 420 and then have to start coming down right away. So yeah, next flight, I haven't done one on a Saturday night because I just forget to do it, because when we do one on Saturday night, I'm not going to do it in live time, unless I do it someday during Saturday, but I'd rather not do that. If I'm going to do something on Saturday night, it would be a long haul, but like the other on Tuesday, when I reach about the 2.5 hour mark on here, I start getting bored, and then I guess I become a little more entertaining. I don't know, but I was, doing some weird shit Tuesday.
expedite your climb flight level 420.
I think we're done climbing. No, it's still going. It's not really fast. Alright, so there's 8. Alright. That's not what I was trying to do. Okay, what did I say? We're flying right over Casey. Where is... how far away is this? We have... Yeah, look at this. We're starting to approach after we hit this next waypoint.
Pan Am 2833, please expedite your climb flight level 420.
So, yeah, this is a quite short flight. I usually am on this game for like 6 to 8 hours a day. I will only do this flight. If I ever thought of doing 2 flights, I would end stream, restart, do another one, and restart the stream, just so it's a separate video, so I don't have to mess with editing in YouTube. You know, I can just, each flight is its own video, so it's easier to upload. Whereas, if I did multiple chill flights, then I gotta figure out where to splice it. And I don't feel like editing. Closest thing to editing I do is if I see something cool and I want to make a short of it for YouTube, and because I don't remember to make clips here on Twitch, I'll watch my stream and then I will use my phone the way I used to stream and take a video of the TV screen of the minute, 2 minute, you know, whatever I need to do for a short. But I don't do many shorts lately. Just fine.
2833, please expedite your climb flight level 420.
Alright, we are officially feet dry. And down below us, what is that? Atlantic City. Atlantic City is about just behind us, on our left wing. So that's Atlantic City. That's Jersey. That's Jersey. Yeah, it's Jersey. See, this is where I get money. Jersey. There's quite a few things down here. We're flying over. Is this Casey? Atlantic City International Airport we're flying over. Is that KC? Yep, that was KC. Just a plain old X. Or cross.
Please expedite
More like
your
a
climb
cross.
flight level 420.
So yeah, there's 2 runways. For some reason it wasn't resetting. Alright, are we about to hit our last waypoint? Yep. We are about to go, we're about to be on our approach, and we're doing RNAV 27. I can't think of the next short flight. I mean, Tallahassee to Atlanta will be a pretty quick one, I assume.
Pan Am 2833, please expedite your climb flight.
If we can land here at Dover Airport, we will take off from there in the next video. if we can't actively, realistically land here, I mean, then I will, we'll jump into the F-16 and take an F-16 from Dover Air Force Base to Tallahassee, Florida. I have not flown in the F-16 since I've paid for the upgrade. And I don't know, out of all the aircraft I have in 24, I don't know which one is the quickest.
Pan Am 28 Tree. Please
So,
expedite
but I
your
know
climb
Dark Star
flight level
would be the
420.
quickest to go from Atlanta to Honolulu. But again, if I'm gonna do Dark Star, and we're gonna take off from Atlanta, we're going to Ford Island. We'll go to Pearl Harbor.
Pan
And
Am
if that's the
28
case, I
Tree,
want to see
contact
how much it
Washington
would
Center
be in
on
an
125.45.
F-18 versus
Good day.
the Dark Star. But I believe the Dark Star
Going to
definitely can go to
125.45.
higher altitude,
Pan Am 2
a lot less, a lot less flight time.
Washington Center. Pan Am 28 Tree is at flight level 405, climbing flight level 420.
Pan Am 28
Those are just some of
Tree,
my ideas.
Washington Center, radar contact, continue to hay race.
Alright. So we are officially on our approach, correct? Yep, we are about to hit the approach. And 3, 2. Alright, we are on the approach.
Pan Am 28 Tree.
Well,
Please
not
expedite
just
your
yet.
climb flight level 420.
Yeah, well, you're gonna keep telling me to climb, and we probably should be descending by now. You would think you'd want me to descend once we're on the, once we've hit the approach. So we're coming. Where the hell are we going? Crap! See, it won't let me look. I can't look. I think we're coming,
Pan Am
making a
28
long way
Tree.
around, aren't we?
Please expedite your climb flight level 420.
Yeah, look at this. We're coming all the way in it. That's what I thought. An hour, 39 minutes. So we gotta go all the way in there, and then come back in, so... We're heading... I don't know if we're going into Pennsylvania, or if we're just staying in Maryland. Yep, so this is an interesting flight. So that was the flight plan I thought we had the other day.
Tree. Please expedite your climb flight level 420.
Now there was 3 airports, but I wasn't seeing the 3rd airport that IRL says was in Dover. In Dover, not Andover. Andover's a separate part, another area. Anyway, think the airport that we're going to is a training airport. Now, I could have stayed with the 707 and went to Dover
Pan Am 2833.
Air Force Base.
Please
Could
expedite
have still
your
went to
climb
the
flight
airport,
level
Air Force Base,
420.
and changed us to a cargo flight with a different livery. And if I changed it to cargo, we would have been M2. The tail number would have been M2L with the call sign of
Pan Am
Maddie.
2833. Contact center on 1 tree 2.525.
If I do anything with a military aircraft, my call sign for military will be Super Slider.
Pan Am 2833.
But if I can't put in Super Slider, it'll just be Slider.
Center, Pan Am 2833 is at flight level 405, climbing flight level 420.
Pan Am 2833 center. Radar contact. Continue to hay race.
So yeah, we got quite a long approach. Now, I don't know what these little pink numbers on the right of it are. What is 1A, 1F, FA? I don't know what those mean. And yeah, oh no, we're going to Tree November. A lot of these waypoints here were pretty quick. I have a message.
Pan Am 2833.
Approach
Please
VNAV
expedite your climb flight level
profile.
420.
Okay. Oh, you know, I completely forget we have this. Where's my flight? F. Arriving at waypoint. Alright, so we're get out of the screen. We are now heading to it just says RW27. Which is runway 27.
Pan Am 2833. Please expedite your climb flight level 420.
Is there really a waypoint? It says 440 feet. We're not. Whatever. We didn't even make it to 4-1. Oh, excuse me. That was definitely unintentional. And I'm sorry. I would have I would have muted if I knew that was coming. Wait, yelling? I'm gonna not say I'm sorry for it. It's just gonna happen. What am I doing? Globe. I like looking at the 3D map on my phone. Air Mobility Command. Is that the Air Force Base?
Pan Am 2833. Please expedite your climb flight level 420.
How many runways are here? 1, 2, 1. I think there's 2, but it looks like there's 3. It looks like there's a short one and then 2 long runways. I can't tell. Let's see. There's 1 runway. There's a runway, so there's 2.
Pan Am 28 Tree. Please expedite your climb flight level 420.
Okay, so there's only 2 runways.
Pan Am 28 Tree, contact New York Center on 135.45. Good day.
135.45. Pan Am 28 Tree. New York Center. Pan Am 28 Tree is passing flight level 405, climbing flight level 420.
Pan Am 28 Tree. New York Center, radar contact. Continue
So,
to increase.
I thought we were going to have to do a military flight. And I wanted to go from base to base. But it doesn't look like there's any military installation airfield within near Tallahassee, Florida. There used to be one in World War II. There used to be an Army airfield, but it's no longer in service, and therefore it wouldn't be in the game. Unless I could do a custom landing. I know you can do a custom takeoff. I don't know if you can do a custom landing zone. You would have to VFR your landing.
Pan Am 28 Tree. Please expedite your climb flight level 420.
Alright, and we are gonna be just north of Baltimore, Washington International, KBWI. And then of course you got KIAD and KDCA further south. So yeah, we are not crossing into Virginia. We're in Maryland. Again, the question is, can we land?
Pan Am 28 Tree. Please expedite your climb flight level 420.
Because if we can't land, well, we can't land. It'll be funny. I'll attempt to land it. I have to attempt to land it. Because I can't... I don't know how to program... I know how to use the EFB, but I don't know how to program the plane. Unless I, like, hit active pause and change destination and then send it to the avionics and ATC and hope that it changes the flight plan while mid-flight. Because I didn't put a divert in there.
Pan Am
Maybe I could have.
Tree. Please expedite your climb flight level 420.
In fact,
Pan Am 28 Tree. Contact New York Center on 132.2. Good day.
why are we going back to New York Center?
Going to 132.2. Pan Am 28 Tree.
No,
New
I
York
want
Center.
this.
Pan Am 28 Tree is passing flight level 405, climbing flight level 420.
Pan Am 28 Tree. New York Center, radar contact, continue to FAD.
Alternate. Here we go. Okay. We want K Dove. Ooh. Uh-oh. There we go. Oh. What the heck is going on?
Pan Am 28 Tree. Please
Besides
expedite
the
your
fact
climb
I
flight
really
level
effed that up.
420.
Alright, well, I might have screwed us up. Because now I can't enter EFB mode. I don't think I screwed us up really bad. At least I don't think so. Well, now we gotta attempt to get back up to 420. So, yeah, I have no way to, it effed up on me. I can't have the AI controlling the aircraft and use the cursor to mess with EFB now. So I can't even go and send that to the avionics and ATC for us to have our alternate. And this would have been the first time where I should have probably put an alternate in. Or had just... Or have just gone to Dover in the first place. I think it screwed up the game because it kind of froze the game. Kind of froze it just because it pulled the keyboard up. I can still do that. I mean, not pause the game. Alright, I hit active pause. But I want this, and...
Pan Am 28 Tree. Please expedite your climb flight level 420.
Yeah, okay. That's enough of that.
Pan Am 28 Tree. Please expedite your climb flight level 420.
Well, I just added, what, 2 minutes to our streaming time. Well, yeah. That's something I've never experienced before, so. Apparently you can't alter your flight plan while in mid-flight. Because now I can't get the cursor to work.
Contact Washington Center on 1 tree, 4.15. Good day.
1 tree, 4.15. Pan Am 2, 8 tree. Washington Center, Pan Am 2, 8 tree is at flight level tree, 90 climbing flight level 420.
Pan Am 2, 8 tree. Washington Center, radar contact, continue to Lundy.
Alright. I had to go get me more coffee. Ow! I said ow because the controller just landed on my foot. Oh! Yeah, I can't pull up the EFB without screwing us up now. Well, I mean, I can. It's not a smart idea. And are we attempting to get the 4-0 again? We haven't even gotten close to hitting our altitude on this one. But that's because I screwed us up for like 30 seconds. Oh man, I don't know why it hot yawn so much when I'm flying. Looks like we're heading into some cloud coverage, but we're also coming back this way, so, right? Am I right? We are on RW27, 10 miles away. Right? Or is that 101? That just went up from 101 to 102. Yeah, that's going up.
Washington Center, Pan Am 28 Tree, requesting vector to next waypoint.
Pan Am 28 Tree. Continue to Lundy following heading 290. Proceed on course.
Continue to Lundy following heading 290. Resume own navigation. Pan Am 28 Tree.
Lundy is not even on here.
Pan Am 28 Tree. Please expedite your climb flight level 420.
Alright, my aircraft. I was trying to help out for a little bit. I gotta leave it alone. I can't. I don't know what's going on with our flight plan thing.
Pan Am 28 Tree. Please expedite your climb flight level 420.
If I have to if we have an issue where we can't land, I will put us in the air above Atlantic City, and then we'll fly to Dover. But yeah, I don't know why we fly so far into Maryland and then turn around. It's kind of ridiculous. But I am in an airliner. This would be more ridiculous if it was a GA plane or a business jet. And it's not like I have to worry about fuel. At least I don't think we have to. Did they fix it? Did I have unlimited fuel on and I think it stayed at 50% this whole time.
Pan Am 2833. Please expedite your climb flight.
Did they
level
finally fix that
420.
issue? Said 420. Are we climbing at all? God, I keep hitting the damn mic on shit, so. No, we're at 408. Yeah, we're climbing, just not quick. My aircraft. Why are you going that way?
Pan Am 2833, contact Cleveland Center on 124.4. Good day.
Here, I thought we were changing to another one.
124.4. Pan Am 2833. Cleveland Center. Pan Am 2833 is passing flight level 415, climbing flight level 420.
Pan Am
Yeah, well,
2833,
going
Cleveland
deep.
Center. Radar contact. Continue to Lundy.
I don't even know where Lundy is. I have no way of knowing.
Pan Am 2833. You are 900 feet below your assigned altitude. Climb and maintain flight level 420.
Climb and maintain flight level 420. Pan Am 2833.
Okay, so we should be turning soon.
Pan Am 2833. Please expedite your climb flight level 420.
Because apparently I had OBS mode on and it was doing something different. Alright, here we go. quite a turn. Are we doing a whole 180? Or a whole 360?
Pan Am 2833 contact Washington Center.
No, I didn't think so.
133.65. Good day.
Although I don't know, we're still turning.
133.65 for Pan Am 2833. Washington Center, Pan Am 2833 is at flight level 415, climbing flight level 420.
Are we in one of those things where we have to hit the altitude? I think so. Yeah, because we've done circle. We've done one whole loop.
Pan Am 2833, please expedite your climb flight level 420.
Hey, the bottom of the plane doesn't look so,
Pan
burned up
Am
right now.
2833, contact Washington Center on 1 tree, 4.15. Good day.
Going to 1 tree, 4.15. Pan Am 2833. Washington Center, Pan Am 2833 is at flight level 415, climbing flight level 420.
Pan Am 2833, Washington Center, radar contact, continue to Kirby. Pan Am
124.4 for Pan Am 2833. Cleveland
All right.
Center, Pan Am 2833 is passing flight level 415, climbing flight level 420.
Pan Am 2833 Cleveland Center. Radar contact. Continue to Kirby.
Yeah, you're telling me to go to things that aren't even in my flight plan.
Pan Am 2833 contact Washington Center on 1 tree 4.15. Good day.
1 tree 4.15. Pan Am 2833. Washington Center, Pan Am 2833 is passing flight level 415, climbing flight level 420.
Pan Am 2833, Washington Center, radar contact, continue to KSH.
I don't know if we're actually turning. I don't know if we were actually turning. Or if we were like kind of jackknifing. Or not jackknifing. I guess, yeah, jackknifing?
Pan Am 2833, please expedite your climb flight level 420.
Hmm. Alright, nope, forget that. Go back. No, not messages.
Pan Am 28 Tree. Please expedite your climb flight level 420.
Okay, ICH. Somehow we switched to some things. Like it switched to the VOR. Well, and that's probably what it should be doing, right? We can't do ILS. I don't know what this 440 feet was supposed to be.
Pan Am 28 Tree. Please expedite your climb flight level 420. Pan Am 28.
Descend and maintain 13,000 feet. Pan Am 28 Tree.
Wow, okay. I didn't hear that message, but okay. I don't even know if we can land here at this airport. With a 07. So, I was talking about my flight I did Tuesday. I was talking about it on talking about what my experience flying into Hartford Tuesday morning, and that I flew over Chicago O'Hare. I was telling Nate that, and somebody else in chat goes, "You can't fly in a 707. There's no more left." And like, I had to go like, I'm talking about in the simulator, in the game, not in the real life. Which just goes to like, okay, and this person said that they were a British Airways captain, and Nate and Nate was saying stuff out loud, and I'm thinking to myself, why would you think I was actually flying the 707 IRL? And anyway, this person started saying stuff about certifications and all this, and Nate got fed up with them. Told me to time them out. But, yeah, some person, you know, like, you can't fly. I'm like, okay, whatever. I can fly whatever I want that's in the game. It'd be like telling somebody, it's not a real plane, you can't fly it door to door, it's not real. I can fly it, it's in the game. There's plenty of aircraft that are in this game that are no longer functional aircraft. The Concorde, you can fly in a Concorde. There's no more Concordes in operation. IRL. I'm surprised we ain't overspeeding with this. Down to 13,000. It's a good thing I've gotten quick at doing that. or else I'd be in more trouble. But I am gonna physically have to do this landing when I know when I know we're on, when I see the blue squares again. Apparently we're still on our way to Josen. And then from Josen we gotta go into a hold. Or it's Josen the hold, because it's 2/10 of a nautical mile. Well, it's counting down along with the Josen. So I'm not sure. Oh, I had my POIs off. Oops. Alright. And I think Baltimore is Federal Support. BWI is somewhere over there, off our right. So, yeah, that person that said they were a British Airways captain, we don't think that person was actual British Airways captain. Not with the information we were getting in the chat. It just wasn't adding up. That's why we timed them out, because it was starting to get obnoxious. Ooh. Howard County General Hospital. You know, I really wish people could come in and watch these. I would love to chat with some people and some feedback on what might draw people in a little more. I mean, other than
Pan Am 28 tree, contact Washington Center on 1 tree 2.55. Good day.
I wasn't even in control.
1 tree 2.55.
Baltimore,
Pan Am
Washington
2,
International. Just
Washington
ahead of us,
Center.
off
Pan
our
Am
right
2
wing.
tree is at 15,300
In fact,
feet,
we would have
descending
flown right over it
13,000
if I was on the blue squares.
Pan Am 28 tree. Washington Center, altimeter 2987. Radar contact continuous swan. Pan Am 28 tree. You can cancel IFR. Continue VFR to your destination.
Washington Center, Pan Am 28 tree. Cancel IFR at this time.
Pan Am 28 tree. IFR flight plan is canceled. Radar service terminated. Squawk 1200. Maintain VFR. Frequency change approved. Good day.
Washington Center, Pan Am 28 Tree Tree is type 1 mile southwest of 12 Mike Delta, 13,000 feet. Request flight following.
Pan Am 28 Tree Tree, Washington Center, Squawk 0124.
Squawk 0124, Pan Am 28 Tree Tree.
Pan Am 28 Tree Tree, radar contact 1 mile south of Kilo Oscar 6, 9er November, 12,900 feet. Altimeter 2987.
Roger, Pan Am 28 Tree Tree. Washington Center, Pan Am 28 Tree Tree, 2 miles south of 26 Mike Delta, 12,900 feet. Request IFR to Tree Tree November. Ready to copy.
Okay.
Pan Am 28 Tree Tree is cleared to Tree Tree November Airport as filed. Squawk 0124.
Pan Am 28 Tree Tree, cleared to Tree Tree November Airport as filed. Squawk 0124.
Pan Am 28 Tree Tree, read back correct. Radar contact 13,400 feet. Altimeter 2988, continue to Swan following heading 115. Resume own navigation. Climb and maintain flight level 420.
Continue to Swan following heading 115. Resume own navigation. Climb and maintain flight level 420. Pan Am 28 Tree Tree.
Pan Am 28 Tree Tree, maintain present altitude.
Descend and maintain 15,000 feet. Pan Am 28 Tree Tree.
Pan Am 28 Tree Tree, climb and maintain flight level 420.
Climb and maintain flight level 420. Pan Am 28 Tree Tree.
Alright, it's my aircraft, and we are gonna ignore ATC's
Pan
climb.
Am 28 Tree Tree, you can cancel IFR. Continue VFR to your destination.
Guess we'll just let them handle this.
Street 5, Pan Am 28 Tree Tree, descend and maintain 13,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 13,000 feet. Pan Am 28 Tree Tree.
Pan Am 28 Tree Tree, descend and maintain 13,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 13,000 feet. Pan Am 28 Tree Tree.
Again, I don't even know if we can land in this airport. And at 07. Granted, we took off from Montgomery, Alabama's airport, and then 707, so we should be able to do it here. As we close in on, whatever, battery power is 60% on the iPad. I'm not sure when exactly I need to take control to do the landing here. We're on an RNAV, so
Pan Pan Am 28 Tree, contact Washington Center on 1 tree, 2.05. Good day.
Going to 1 tree 2.05. Pan Am 28 tree.
And we're about to be hit Joe
Washington
Sand.
Center. Pan Am 28 tree is passing 12,700 feet, climbing 13,000 feet.
Pan Am
When we
28
hit
Tree, Washington Center, altimeter 2986, radar contact. Continue to Echo November Oscar. Pan Am 28 Tree, contact Washington Center on 125.45. Good day.
Why is that going back up?
125.45. Pan Am 28 tree. Washington Center. Pan Am 28 tree is at 12,700 feet, climbing 13,000 feet.
Pan Am 28 tree, Washington Center, altimeter 2985, radar contact. Continue
We're
to
going
Echo
pretty
November
quick.
Oscar.
Delaware Air Park? Isn't that where we're supposed to finish? God, I just got really loud there. Like, my audio spiked on myself. I thought Delaware Air Park is where we were supposed to end the flight. And there's the other one I was thinking of. Channel Estates was the other airport.
Pan Am 28 tree. You are 400 feet below your assigned altitude. Climb and maintain 13,000 feet, altimeter 2985.
And there's Dover Air Force Base. Alright,
Climb
my
and maintain
aircraft.
13,000 feet. Pan Am 28 tree.
I don't know what we should be doing here. Oh, I see. Okay, never mind. Yep, we're gonna let the computer take care of this. Okay. I was gonna take control and circle my descent, manually divert to Dover, but I wouldn't have been able to pull up the 8. There was no way I would have been able to call ATC to change destination. Now I don't see the blue squares again. But we are turning back to the air park.
Pan Am 28 tree. Please expedite your climb 13,000 feet.
Technically, I should be on my landing altitudes. Oh. I'll be done before noon for once. Maybe. Don't say it, jinx myself, right? I don't think I should be here another hour. But
Pan Am 28 tree. Please expedite your climb 13,000 feet.
I guess I hit hold at 24, although we're decreasing. That's going down. So. But I don't know what hold means. Like, hold as in, do we have to do a circuit? I'm not seeing the blue squares anymore. I see Delaware Air Park again. Maybe it's giving us a hold only because we can't actually land?
Pan Am 2833. Please expedite your climb 13,000 feet.
Alright, well, I can't even... I can't ask to go somewhere else. Yeah, I don't know what you think.
Please expedite your climb 13,000 feet.
I don't know.
Pan Am 2833, contact Washington Center on 1 tree 2.05. Good day.
1 tree 2.05. Pan Am 2833. Washington Center. Pan Am 2833 is passing 12,600 feet, climbing 13,000 feet.
Pan Am 2833, Washington Center, altimeter 2985, radar contact continue.
Washington Center. Pan Am 2833, requesting vector to next waypoint.
Pan Am 2833, turn right heading 265, resume on navigation.
Turn right heading 265. Proceed on course. Pan Am 2833.
Pan Am 2833, contact Washington Center on 1 tree 2.55. Good day.
One tree 2.55. Pan Am 2833. Washington Center. Pan Am 2833 is at 12,600 feet, climbing 13,000 feet.
Pan Am 2833, Washington Center, altimeter 2986, radar contact continue.
Alright, so... I I can't even change my destination. Well, I can if it allows me to right here.
Washington Center, Pan Am 28 Tree would like to cancel IFR.
Pan Am 28 Tree.
Washington Center, Pan Am 28 Tree requests destination change to Tree November. Washington Center, Pan Am 28 Tree is type 2 miles north of Mike Delta 70, 12,400 feet. Request flight following.
Pan Am 28 Tree, Washington Center. Squawk 0 Tree 66.
Squawk 0 Tree 66. Pan Am 28 Tree.
Radar contact 2 miles northwest of 6 Mike Delta 2, 10,700 feet. Altimeter 2985.
Roger. Pan Am 28 Tree. Washington Center, Pan Am 28 Tree. 3 miles north of 6 Mike Delta 2, 9,800 feet. Request IFR to Tree November. Ready to copy.
Pan Am 28 Tree.
Pan Am 28 Tree cleared to Tree November Airport as filed. Squawk 0 Tree 66.
Pan Am 28 Tree. Read back correct. Radar contact 8,900 feet. Altimeter 2985. Continue to Echo November Oscar, following heading 125. Climb and maintain flight level 420.
Well, folks,
Continue to Echo November Oscar following heading 125.
I can't even
Climb and maintain
change
flight level
to go to
420.
the Air
Pan Am
Force
28
base.
Tree.
Pan Am 28 Tree. You can cancel IFR. Continue VFR to your destination. Pan Am 28 Tree. Contact Washington Center on 125.45. Good day.
125.45. Pan Am 28 Tree.
My aircraft.
Washington Center, Pan Am 28 Tree is at 11,100 feet, climbing 13,000 feet.
Pan Am 28 Tree. Washington Center, altimeter 2985. Radar contact. Continue to Echo November Oscar.
We're not landing at Dover.
Pan Am 28 Tree. Please expedite your climb 13,000 feet. Pan Am 28 Tree. Climb and maintain 13,000 feet.
Climb and maintain 13,000 feet. Pan Am 28 Tree.
Please expedite.
All right,
your climb,
we're going to
13,000 feet.
we're doing a crash landing. Undesignated land. We're doing an undesignated landing at an Air Force base because we're not gonna make it to the Denver Air Park or Dover Air Park. Do not do this IRL
Expedite your climb, 13,000 feet.
without permission. A -2 something, huh? Yeah, -237. That's not bad. That's a great landing. All right, so we clearly did what I wasn't supposed to do. Let's see now. Well then, the radio got screwed up. Alright. Well, we're on the ground. Well folks, I hope you have fun watching this. Again, like always, we never really end up where we're supposed to be going, do we? We were not going to make it to the air park. That runway was way too short, and with the glide path they had gave us, there was no way we were going to make it. So I took it upon myself to divert us to Dover Air Force Base. So we will be leaving from Dover Air Force Base and going to Tallahassee in the next flight, with the 707. I'm just gonna stick with the 707. I like it, except for I don't think we're going to Honolulu, and I don't think we're going to Honolulu to Idaho, to Boise, Idaho. So, but whatever. I don't know what's next. Again, you didn't hear it in the beginning, and you're here at the end. Please join me on YouTube at MattyLN@youtube.com. Twitch is MattyLN at Twitch, and Discord is MattyLN_62552. On Twitch, the links work to send you to Discord or YouTube. On YouTube, the Twitch link works. Discord technically doesn't, and if you found my Discord and you somehow have stumbled upon these, on my Discord is the links for YouTube and Twitch. I will see you guys next time. Next video will be career mode, part 14. Let's hope we actually accomplish something next time. And I will see you guys later. Goodbye.